Hey guys, it's Lisa and welcome to my channel. Today I thought I would show you what a productive day at my shop looks like. We don't usually get to start in on something and work on it all day, but we did with these little Peat Pot Baskets. Now I had made some in a video before and I sold out all but just a couple, so I needed to make some more. So since my sister Tammy was working at the shop with me today, we decided to just start making them and just make them all day. So that's what we did. So we bought these at Walmart, and I think we paid $2.97 each, and there's 12 in a sleeve. So what we're going to do is just paint all of these neutral. I had some that I had prepped earlier with some color, but the ones that we're painting today are just all going to be neutral colors. And as you can see, the new pots that we got here have the rim around the top, but they're the same size. So the others I had ordered from Amazon, and I think I like these with the rim around the top a little bit better. So like I said, the first step was just to go through and paint them all. And as you can see, I'm not being careful with the way I paint them. I don't care about full coverage. I don't actually even want it. So I just go through and paint all these. And then once I got these all painted, I just mixed some plaster of Paris and water to about probably soupy yogurt consistency. And I poured probably about a ½ inch in the bottom, and I just did that for weight. So then let these set overnight, and then I had them weighted, and they were ready to start decorating. Now, if you don't have plaster of Paris, you can always just glue a rock down in the bottom or something for some weight. But I just wanted to make sure that, because these peat pots are very lightweight, when you get too much in them, they get a little top heavy, and that's just a very simple way to keep that from happening. So Tammy and I are both working here, and we just went through our napkin stash, and we used some tissue papers and just different images that we had, and we're just we're just Mod Podging these on each of these. We're just only on the front. We didn't bother to decorate the back also, just the front. And we're just going to give them each a little different look, and that's the second step. So we're doing these kind of in an assembly line type of way so that we can get as many of them done as possible. Now, if you wonder why I lay mine down every now and then, it's because I'm waiting on customers, and sometimes she is. So that's just kind of a typical day at the shop when we're trying to make a lot of items like this. We just kind of both work on it, and then whoever is at a good stopping point to help the customers. Now, a couple of these, like the one that I just did in red, I decided to go ahead and do them for Valentine's Day. Although I'm kind of finished with Valentine crafting, I just thought since I had that decoupage paper that would work for that, I just went ahead and did that as just a little Valentine gift. Now, I had a viewer ask what ratio of plaster of Paris to water that I used when I put a little bit in the bottom of these. Honestly, I don't measure it. I just mix it until it's about the consistency of yogurt. And it really doesn't matter because I only do it that thick because I want to make sure that it sets up pretty fast and it doesn't hold us up. If you have more time, you could mix it much thinner than that. So it's just, it really is totally up to you how thick you go with that. Now I'm putting a little bit of brown paint on a fan brush and just kind of flicking it onto my eggs. And these are styrofoam eggs that I purchased from Amazon in different sizes. And I'll link that in the description. But then I just base painted them, and now I'm speckling each of them with some brown paint. Now some of these eggs I went through and put them on a skewer stick and painted them. What we learned was a better option was just to put a few drops of watered down paint or a gel stain in a little baggie, and they just kind of roll them around like you would paint beads. So that worked much better, and that's how I'll be doing them from now on. So I just kind of flicked those spots on one side and gave it a few minutes to dry and turned them over and did the other side. And now we have a lot of eggs ready to fill our little baskets with. Now, on my last ones, I used little eggs that I had thrifted, and they were just little styrofoam eggs that were already painted. And then also, I have a lot that I have left over that I had bought at the Dollar Tree last year that were on the little skewer sticks. And with those, I have to sand the glitter off of them and then paint them. So I just went ahead and started with the white ones this time because I felt like it was a lot easier. And I noticed that Dollar Tree has started carrying the styrofoam eggs that are just white also. So that's great. I think they're starting to carry a lot of things that you had to go elsewhere for. So I got some for next year when I was out today. Now the reason we wanted to have so many of these, and this is the floral foam that you get at the Dollar Tree, and each of the little blocks that's in a pack we cut into 4, and that was plenty enough to glue into the bottom of our little pot. But the reason that I wanted to do so many of these was because I find that in my area, and I'm sure it's the same in yours, that people come in a lot for just little $5 gifts that they can give, especially for a teacher. So I have some ladies that will purchase gifts for their child's teachers for just about any occasion, and I think that's so sweet. So I like to have plenty of these little gifts like this that would make a good little teacher gift. So like I said, what we're doing here is just gluing this styrofoam in the bottom of each cup. And we accomplished a lot today. This was filmed on Saturday, and our store was busy. Maybe the store not so much, but my husband's landscape yard was, and they come in to pay. So we were constantly being pulled off our job, and I still felt like we accomplished several of these. And it really helps to have 2 people working on these. The only problem that we have is the glue guns couldn't keep up with us, so as you can see here, we have 2 of them going. Now, after we got all that glued in, then we're going to start adding our moss, and this is what you get from the Dollar Tree. You could put regular moss in here, or even the deer, I think they call it deer moss. But we're going to fill all these up with just a little bit on the top, just enough to cover that styrofoam well. And I put this in a little tub here, hoping to contain the mess, but as you'll see, it doesn't matter how careful you are with this stuff, it gets all over the place. And what I used before as my handle, and I wish I could find it. I went out looking today. This is Sunday for me. And I went out looking today and went to different Dollar Trees trying to find it and wasn't able to locate it anywhere. So I'm just using some regular wire here. I didn't have it pre-rusted, so I didn't have time to pre-rust it either. So I just put all these in a box and spray painted them brown, just a dark brown, and then I would kind of shake them up and spray paint them again, and that was just the quickest way for me to get this done. And now I'm adding some trims to my basket. This is the last one, and I started it and wasn't able to get the rest filmed. I thought that we were filming, but at some point the battery went dead and I didn't realize it. So the rest of these, I'm not going to be filming. I'm just kind of showing you the process that we went through today, and I'll start filling these, some with flowers and some with eggs. And with this, you can just kind of get creative and do what you think looks good. You don't have to put a whole lot in these. They have a really good look just with a few simple things in them. But they are really fun to build, I think. And I'll show you up closely each of these and kind of show you through the vignette very slowly so that you'll get some idea of the things that I put inside them. Now, many of these beautiful napkins was sent to me by a sweet viewer, and then some of the decoupage paper was Ideology, the Michael Holtz. And I ordered some napkins with a lamb on them because I wanted to do some with Faith, and I'll link that in the description. But now I'm just going to show you through each of these, and then I'll also show them after I got them put out in my display in the store. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless you and your family.